Welcome, XCW Galaxy, to another action-packed episode of XCW 5. Welcome to it. I'm JJ, your host as always. Glad to be here. Season 4, Episode 4, the top 5 biggest betrayals in XCW history. And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, there has been a lot of them. Nobody loves a good betrayal, but you know, they're integral to any story, of course, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes people who have meshed so well together just sometimes don't get along anymore. We've seen it happen. Fletch Cynical, we've seen Fletch Hazard, Fletch, and a lot of other people, honestly. But ladies and gentlemen, there's tons on here. I've been a part of quite a few myself. I'm interested to see what they've narrowed this list down to, and stick with us. Let's go down this top 5 list of the biggest betrayals. And gentlemen, here we are, starting us off here. Number 5, going way far back, unlike our last episode, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to 2010 here, Redemption 2010 to be exact. Chris Jones turns on Fletch. Ladies and gentlemen, these two, of course, Shelbyville Heat partners. I'm sure you've heard that tag team, that stable name a few times, ladies and gentlemen. Would have to face one-on-one for the XCW title contendership, but unfortunately, Chris Jones snaps when Fletch wins the match. The attack put Fletch on the shelf, giving Chris Jones the title match where he'd become Brother Jones alongside his Deacon. Chris would win the XCW Championship. Extreme King 2010. Right down the list here, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4, the big man Venom turning on another big man, Hazard. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Hazard creating the 8th Deadly Sin tag team here with Venom, including giving Venom his Hall of Fame ring. But unfortunately, Venom wanted to get to the next level and felt the only way to do that was shredding Hazard and destroying his mentor. Moving right along here, ladies and gentlemen, another far back one here. Fletch turns on Cynical. And ladies and gentlemen, two of these names here, XCW mainstays from the beginning here. And dating back to March 2014, Fletch, DTC, and Cynical made up the team of VK2. After a successful run as XCW champion, DTC turned his back on Cynical. And after being blinded and losing a shot at the tag team titles, Fletch too would turn his back on Cynical, effectively ending the historic team of VK2. Making our way down the list, ladies and gentlemen. Something I thought may actually be number 1 for this, ladies and gentlemen. Evan Phoenix turning his back on Brady Branson and their tag team, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, a night show, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, after being defeated by Heart of the Storm when their match was originally with Starstruck Entertainment. Frustration to get back to the top of the tag team division sets in with Evan, and then Evan, as we see here, ladies and gentlemen, attacks his best friend, where he beat him with a crutch, among other things, and blamed the loss completely on Brady, saying it's his fault. And ladies and gentlemen, following this attack, we'd see Evan remove his mask for the very first time ever. See the superhero and him die. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, one of the most shocking moments ever in XCW history, not even a betrayal. Genocide turns on EBW. In the heated battle between EBW and XCW, Genocide, Chris Jones and Gabe pretty much called the shots. Looked like the EBW would win the war when Chris defeated Corey Lee via help of Gabe at SummerMania 10. Emily would restart the match, ladies and gentlemen. Following that, Genocide would hit the ring in EBW colors, but would turn on his EBW brother, costing EBW the match and marking the company's final appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, Genocide's EBW betrayal, the big one. Not every betrayal is as action-packed, as monumental as that one. I would maybe go so far as to say everything was going EBW's way. Everything was going up where roses. Until that, unfortunately. And then, we know how it ends, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, XCW coming out on top. That's why we're XCW here today, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, if you haven't seen that show, I highly recommend. We'll see if we can find that for you. Post it in the comments, see if you can find that show and look at it. Because really, ladies and gentlemen, the EBW show, if you have not seen it, you're a disservice, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you for joining us. Another episode of XCW 5 Down, the top 5 biggest betrayals. Go cry myself to sleep, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time for episode 5.